Ang daming sobrang nagre-request nito sa akin. Halos kada video ko may nagre-request ng Lenovo XiaoXin Pad Pro 12.7 2025. And until I got this unit finally here in my hands, now I know why nyo sobrang nire-request nito. Sobrang mura ang presyo niya and sobrang ganda ng kanyang specs. Now probably it leaves you wondering bakit wala to sa top 6 na tablets natin for 2025 dahil dumating to a few days after kung ginawa yung video na yon. Pero kung nakuha ko to ahead of time, I'm pretty sure kasama siya doon sa listahan. So tara, pag-usapan natin. So of course, this is a official na Lenovo na merch. So this is one of their tablets other than yung Lenovo Legion line nila, which is yun ang gaming line nila. This one is more of for everyday usage. So pagbukas mo, ganito itsura niya. I'll pull this one off. Inside meron tayo SIM ejector tool, user guide, warranty card, C2C cable, 45 watts na fast charging brick. Of course, ito din tablet. Uy, massive, malaki. Ang bold ng print ng Lenovo dito, parang mga laptop kong Lenovo lang. Ito kanyang camera module. Now, by the way guys, itong Lenovo XiaoXin na Pad Pro 12.7 2025, ang haba ng title, na ang kanyang 820 gigs of storage, ang kanyang SRP is 11,999, and nung 11/11 sale, this went as low as 10,700 pesos. So, abangan niyo sa 12 to, most likely it would be repeating itself again, yung kanyang special price na yan. And I'm pretty sure marami pa hindi nakakalam sa tablet na ito. Kung hindi siguro, most likely ubos na ito. Now, one of the things na gusto ko sa kanya dito is flat yung kanyang design. Really nice, very professional looking, and of course, this one can be paired with a magnetic keyboard which is hindi natin nabili, and probably hindi ko siya mabibili kasi wala ako nakita sa Lazada kasi nandito kanyang terminals. This has quad speakers and it's being tuned by Dolby Atmos. This one can also support a pen if you have it, and one of the best things dito sa kanya is meron siya 95% anti-reflection dito. Yun guys, so nakatapat ako sa soft light natin and yun, di ba, nadi-disperse. It's almost exactly the same sa mga paper matte edition ng Huawei, which I personally love kasi ang hirap tumingin sa screen lalo na kung maraming reflection. Hanap ka pa ng angle, unlike this one, kahit anong angle, wala akong pake. Basta gagamit lang ako kahit meron pang reflection na ilaw. Perfect na perfect, oh. Now, if you want to complete specs itong tablet na ito na, pakita ko sa inyo. Now, isa sa pinaka-okay dito sa kanya pagdating sa multitasking, wala kang maging problema dito. Kaya mag-video edit ka dito, okay na okay itong tablet na ito. Dahil this one is being powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8300. Normally, mga tablets at this price point, you'll be getting a mga Dimensity 6300, mga ganong kababa lang. But not on this one. And guys, so nakakuha pa siya ng halos 1.5 million score dito sa Antutu benchmark. And if you want to check the other benchmark na nakuha natin, here you go. Now, alam ko this tablet is a China ROM variant. Pero I'm not quite sure. Pagpasok ko, tinanong sa akin ang Google account ko. And look guys, so naka-pre-install na lahat ng Google apps na kailangan ko. Gmaps, Gmail, G Drive, YouTube, lahat nandito na, oh. Which leaves you wondering kung global ROM nga ba to o China ROM. But it's nice to have. Wala ka namang yung problema pagdating sa Google. Now, on battery performance, 10,200 mAh ang battery nito, which is massive, malaki siya. Supporting up to 45 watts na fast charging, which is also good kasi mga ibang tablet na ganito, normally either 18 watts or 30 watts. Ito, 45 watts na ang charging speed niya. At its price point na take note, guys. Pero pagdating naman sa battery life, hindi naman siya sobrang tagal na tumatagal kahit malaki siya. One of the reasons is dahil malaki ang kanyang screen at 12.7 inch, medyo magko-consume talaga siya ng battery. Unlike mga 11-incher, mas matipid talaga sa battery yon. Pero nevertheless, na personally, ginamit ko siya as my daily driver. Ito guys, nabigyan ako ng 8 hours and 36 minutes sa screen on time, which simply means kaya na magtagal ng one whole day basta matipid ka lang gumamit. Huwag kang babad sa gaming. Now, one good thing dito sa kanya is that this can display up to 2.9K na display display, which is for me, paldong-paldo. Meron din siyang 144Hz screen refresh rate. Meron siyang anti-reflective na screen. Yung nga lang, it's just an IPS LCD. But I ain't complaining kasi maganda na magandang display eh. If you're trying to browse mga social media dito, paldong-paldo siya. Swipe ka lang na swipe, no? Ang bilis ng transition. Basta maganda yung internet connection, wala kang maging problema. And if you're watching your favorite shows dito, I would say guys, sobrang okay siya dahil sobrang laki na yung screen. Watching basketball games, watching your favorite Korean novela dito, or just watching some concert, walang problema. Sobrang ganda ng experience dito. Now, pagdating sa sounds, this one has quad speaker and being tuned by Dolby Atmos. So right now, gusto ko lang i-check no, kung gaano kalakas nga ba ang malakas niya.
All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Guys, ang lakas ng sounds niya. Promise. Yung sounds niya, no, mafe-feel mo yung bass niya. And yung pag tumutugtog siya, feel mo nanginginig itong tablet na ito. Malakas. Malakas talaga nga ng sound. Paldong-paldo. So pagdating naman sa gaming, I played 4 titles dito. Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, and Wuthering Waves. Now, all of these games, okay ang aking experience. Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, wala kang maging problema dito dahil 8300 na Dimensity can definitely perform. It can give you a really good experience dito sa kanya. Maganda naman kanya touch response. Pagdating sa sounds, panalo, wala kang maging problema dito on both of these games. Yung nga lang, medyo mabigat nga lang siyang hawakan if you're just holding this tablet. So, I would suggest na bumili kayo ng tablet holder if you want to play it better. For me, yun ang suggestion ko. Now, pagdating naman sa Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, hindi mo siya kayang sagarin, no? Dahil 8300 has its limits. If you're one of my followers, probably alam niyo yung performance na kakayahan ng 8300, which is a little bit more limited, no? Pagdating sa mga AAA games. But nevertheless, it can play at mga roughly medium graphical settings just to set the record straight. But overall, I would say, tell you na okay tong tablet na ito, it can perform. Pagdating dito sa dalawang games na ito, and pag nagka-clash, no, at medium graphical settings, halos wala mo na feel na frame drops dito sa kanya. So definitely, okay din ang gaming pagdating sa AAA games. It's just that you need to set it to medium graphical settings. Now, quickly, pag-usapan na natin ang kanyang camera. Ang kanyang likod is a 13MP na shooter. Ang kanyang harap is a 8MP na shooter. The rear one can shoot you up to 4K and 30. And ang kanyang harap can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Now, pagdating sa mga outdoor shots na nakuha natin, I would say na not bad siya for a tablet camera at this price point. It can get you some pretty nice solid snap naman. But there are times na pansin ko, it might be a little bit overexposed. Some of the photos na na-capture natin dito sa kanya. But overall, I'm quite impressed dito, lalo sa kanyang green. So, though it's a bit saturated, I would admit, pero hindi naman siya OA yung kanyang saturation. Okay naman mga photos na na-capture ko. Let's say, gusto ng teacher mo, mag-capture ka ng konting gumamela or what different kind of flowers to submit for a science class. Kayang-kaya nitong tablet na ito to perform. Now, pag kumuha ka ng mga signage shots and of course, mga vicinity shots, kaya naman na kumuha and you can still see some cloud details on outdoors. Now, if you go in indoors, okay din naman siya. Kahit medyo low light, you'll be able to get some nice product shot, no? And of course, pagdating naman dito sa painting ng Starbucks, it's okay. Maganda yung kanyang color dito, ng kanyang color science. I would say now, I'm quite impressed with the camera. Now, pagdating sa kanyang front-facing camera, I would say na not bad din mga shots na nakuha ko. Though, medyo soft siya. So, expected naman. It's not their priority ang kanyang front-facing camera. Pagdating sa indoor, expect mo mas softer pa siya lalo. So, here's a sample ng front-facing camera na video na na-capture natin. So, ito nga pala ang Lenovo XiaoXin Pad Pro na 12-incher. So, well, pretty stable kada front-facing camera. 1080p and 30fps ang kanyang best resolution na kaya na ikuha. Pretty not bad, no? Solid. And ito naman ang kanyang rear camera performance. Mas impressed ako sa kanyang rear camera. And medyo pretty stable din naman siya. Can shoot you up to a 4K and 30fps na video. This is the Lenovo XiaoXin Pad Pro. And I would say na not bad resolution, pretty stable ang video. Kahit hindi ko gagamitin to pang lakad and recording ng video. So right now, test lang natin kanyang front-facing camera. We're using it for teleconferencing. Here goes. Lenovo XiaoXin Pad Pro 12.7 2025. And I would say that the quality is a little bit soft for me, based sa nakikita ko dito sa aking screen. Though, I would say that it's quite stable naman if you're trying to use this as a teleconferencing na camera. Legit, no? Na okay siya. Kamusta naman aking sound quality? I'm just using the default microphone. Let me know in the comments. Guys, with a tablet this good, I was wondering bakit hindi ko siya binili a little bit earlier. I was a bit skeptical kasi wala naman masyado naghahanap nito and it's not even locally available. So I just got this from Lazada, from one of the trusted seller na binibilan natin. And it was really damn good. Kasi for roughly 10,700 pesos, get a Dimensity 8300, you get a 10,000 mAh na battery, 45 watts of fast charging, you get a paper matte display na screen, and the rest is quite history. Sobrang okay itong tablet na ito. Siguro if I'm going to make a part 2 ng mga tablets na pwede ko i-recommend, this is probably going to be number 1 do sa listahan ko. Ang Lenovo XiaoXin Pad Pro 12.7 2025. So guys, kung may natutunan kayo dito sa video na ito, do share this video sa inyong mga friends, and of course, in-encourage ko kayo to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out mga recommendations just like this one. So paano yan guys? Hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you when you see me. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.